Libra, I think that you guys want to have sex more than anything. You either want to just get your rocks off and be done with it, or you're kind of like out there flirting sexually, throwing sexual energy, like in one way or another, whether you're partnered or not. I feel like you, Libra, are throwing a lot of sexual energy. This Libra, if you do have sex through that sexual energy that you've been throwing, right? It is to transmute and transfer karma. Granted, technically, we all transfer karma all the time, every time we have sex, no matter what. But like particularly, I'm feeling as though the reason you are feeling so like sexually like activated is because there is either karma, sexual karma that you need to give to somebody else, or you are trying to transmute your own through another person. You're trying to fully awaken. You're trying to fully awaken, but you can't get the energy past your throat chakra by yourself. And it's as if all your kundalini, all your karmic love energy is stuck at the shoulder level. No, you can't see my shoulders, but at shoulder level. That's how I feel. And you don't know how to take it all the way up to the head. So I feel like you're trying to draw in, particularly men trying to draw in women. I feel like you're trying to draw in a partner to transmute it or ignite it. I think for men, it will also be less conscious. I think the women that are going to do this, like they know they're doing that and they're doing it with an intention. A good intention or a bad intention is irrelevant. Hi, Libra. So you heard the other messages I had so far, but y'all are cracking me up. I don't know what you are up to exactly, but I do know that those of you that are not coupled, or even those of you that are coupled, you have had your eye on somebody. So like I said in the beginning, Libras are throwing sexual energy this month, and potentially you could be receiving sexual energy, but I really feel most of you are going to be throwing it, even whether you know it or not. For those of you that are coupled, I don't see people acting on the temptations, the sexual temptations they're receiving, but they are receiving them. Okay? So I don't think there's cheating going on. And if there was cheating, Libra, you'd be the one doing it. So nothing I'm saying right now is surprising you. However, it doesn't feel like cheating. It does feel like a level of temptation you're experiencing this month, though, Libra. So we have past, present, future, overall energy. I took this additional card off the bottom because it had popped up a couple times on the bottom while I was shuffling, and I just wanted to acknowledge it because that is a lot of it. Okay. Overall, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership with the Three of Cups. So like I said, those of you that have been juggling to other people, or those of you that have been spending a lot of your time ignoring your relationship or kind of getting lost in fantasy, because that's shown here as well in a different way. For those of you that have been getting lost in fantasy, it's time to hone it back in and work on your relationship, okay? If any of you have someone in your life that like you have been committed to, okay? Like, you know, already like it was not on the rocks, like you just kind of, like I had said, you got distracted in some way. It's time to come back. For those of you that are not in serious commitments, those of you that are single, obviously you've been playing the field. Okay? And you've been having a good time. There is nothing wrong with having a good time, Libra, because I mean, how else do you get to know people if you don't go out and see what they're working with? And I know Libras like to go out and strut their stuff to an extent. But it says work on your partnership. So I would say that there is a theme a little bit this month, Libra, of you needing to make a choice. You need to make a choice because there's something, you're moving on in general. You're moving on. Because in the past we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So that could be any type of higher level of commitment. So wherever you were with a person, like, or if you had no person and now you have a person, that's the level of engagement we're talking about here. But what's interesting, I started laughing when these fell out. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands with the Three of Pentacles. So Libra, again, this could be men or women, but obviously Libra is dealing with an earth sign and Libra is dealing with a fire sign. Or Libra is dealing with somebody that is very motherly and grounded and very secure and kind of like in the house. And then Libra is also dealing with someone that is like independent and fiery, and she knows what she wants. And I know that some people view the Queen of Wands as the other woman, like she has the energy, but I feel it's more of like she has a different energy than the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is your wife, you know, like the Queen of Pentacles is a homemaker. The Queen of Wands is that bitch, you know? So some of you have been entertaining the idea of two other people, right? Or two people. Because we have 2 3s here. Okay. But like I said, if you are in a relationship and you are being faithful, which, I mean, we all should be faithful if we're going to choose to be in a partnership, right? People are looking at you. Like, in this scenario, you and your partner in the red and the yellow, you're looking at each other, and there's a third party like, oh, who's that? I like what he's working with. And then over here, though, in the Three of Pentacles, it's one person, excuse me, jeez, one person looking at the other two people kind of like, look what I can do. So, and that cough was for you, Libra. So spit it out, first of all. If you're seeing multiple people and you're single, that's fine. But I feel as though Spirit is saying you gotta choose now. You have to choose now. Or you did choose in the recent history because you're realizing now, I want to build something real. Libra, I'm feeling like this is you also realizing, you know, I want to build something real. I want to build something with somebody else. I want to collaborate with people. And right now, you know, like I said, you've been playing, you've been looking at your options, and that's fine. But this also could be wanting a woman who's both, right? Wanting a woman who can be both a homemaker and a fiery, like sexy, you know, desirable woman. Not that being a homemaker isn't desirable. So again, if you are faithful in a relationship, I feel as though maybe your eye is actually like, you're actually looking back at the person that's throwing you that sexual energy because you're like, damn, I love my wife or I love my husband, but they don't light my fire the way they used to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to rekindle that scene here, and overall Spirit is saying work on your relationship. So I think whatever energy is getting thrown to you, again, if you're single or you're like casually dating, I feel as though something is going to transpire with one of the people that you're seeing that is going to overwhelmingly show you that you just want to be with one of them. And you're going to choose who that one is, and you're going to work on it. Because in the present, we have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And underneath that is the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is interesting because the Seven of Wands is very like, well, in some ways it's competitive, right? Like, it's as if you're making the effort to show your partner or show the person that you're dating that you are working on this and you like will be the standout. Do you know what I'm saying? It's as if you're like, no, nobody's going to outwork me. No one's going to outshine me. This is me. This is what I got. No one's coming for my chair. Okay. So I would say if you potentially are courting someone who's courting somebody else, you're coming through like, nah, I'm making the effort. I do this. I'm going to win your heart. This is who I am. Okay? For those of you that are coupled, you're making the effort on your relationship, again, by showing what you're worth, right? You're asserting yourself as well. I think it's important to assert yourself. Oh my God. Honestly, Libra, I just want to choke. Like, I keep getting a tickle in my throat that makes me want to like cough till like endlessly. So speak up. I know this, speak up. Make sure you speak up. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So you're guided, first of all, to enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself, but focus on a partnership. You do need to focus your energy right now on a partnership. And that doesn't mean that you're going to lose yourself. That doesn't mean you're going to lose yourself. But you do need to speak your truth. God. You do need to speak your truth. And what's interesting, again, like I had said, there was a theme of moving on. Moving on. Going from one phase of a relationship to another. Going from single, completely single to finding somebody that's worth it. Going from finding somebody that's worth it to actually committing to them. Because in the future, you have playfulness. Recapture romance. Allow your youthful spirit of fun to shine. Your inner... Oh my God, I can't speak. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Underneath that, 7 of Cups and Death. So this to me is death to whatever temptation I had been talking about earlier. Whatever temptation that you were having, whatever playful feelings you were having, you're realizing that they need to be turned in towards your partner. Okay? And again, for those of you that have already like met somebody but you're not officially together, I also again think that you're realizing you'd rather have this kind of fun with just them, right? Just them, fighting to be with just them, showing why you are the worthy candidate, or they're showing you why they're the worthy candidate, and you're putting an end to playing the field, because 7 of Cups is about options. It's about options. It's about temptation. It's about having dreams and getting really stuck in fantasy. So, though it's important to be playful and have those fantasies, right? You want to have those fantasies, but there's a death. There's an ending to being diluted by them. Okay? You are not going to be overtaken by your fantasies. You're not going to be overtaken by your dreams. You are going to acknowledge them for what they are. Again, I don't really see any, cheating type of energy, but I do feel as though there was a third party that is either reassuring you that you're happy in your relationship, or reassuring you that you're happy you're single, or reassuring you that the feelings you were having for person A definitely trump what you were feeling for person B, things like that. Because you're moving, mentally, you're moving away from a time that of unsureness. And this kind of energy, would make you unsure, right? But the romantic feelings are resurging. So I feel as though, wow. I feel as though Libras, in whatever form of commitment that you enhanced in the last month, you're making an effort to stabilize it and show or be shown how valuable the partnership you're building is. And you're realizing that you can be playful and you can be fun and you can have your drinks and you can have a good time without being tempted, without getting caught up in fantasy. And also, you can have the relationship of your dreams and be faithful and have it's almost as if, excuse me, really, seriously, excuse me. I had said spit it out to you before, right? And I really feel like you got something to spit out. Oh my gosh. It's almost as if, Libra, you've been wanting to physically have one person, but also you fantasize about another person. Like, you would never touch that other person, but like, you fantasize about them. There's this element of like a third energy, but I do not feel like it's an energy that if you are coupled, it is violating the bounds of your relationship. But I think, Libra, you're realizing you cannot have your cake and eat it too, but what you can do is find a woman who's both. Okay? Find a man that's both. Find somebody, if you're single, find somebody that embodies the motherly nature you're looking for, as well as that fiery sexual energy that you're looking for. And for those of you that are coupled, you know, you are going to realize, you're going to go out and have some fun, realize that, you know, you can act out your fantasies, or you can be playful, and you can have all this with your partner. There is no need to look elsewhere for it, okay? Okay, so we're moving away from this time of uncertainty, and we're coming into a much more sure-footed standing. All right, Libra, I love you. I'll be back for June monthlies.